And welcome again to Cottage Talk. I am Russ Goldman. This is my match reaction show. My five takeaways from Fulham's victory against Everton in the Carabao Cup that sees Fulham move on to the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, which is incredible for Fulham Football Club, the supporters, the players, the manager, his coaching staff, everyone. So congratulations for a huge victory for Fulham Football Club. I'll be talking about that in my five takeaways coming up next. As always, please do subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. It does help other Fulham supporters find us. Let's start with number 5. And this is becoming something that we should really look at and be proud that they've taken care of this. Number 5 is this. Fulham have become very good at taking penalties. We saw this against Tottenham earlier in the competition. Now we see it again last night for Fulham against Everton. The only player that missed was Bobby Decordova-Reid, but you're not going to be 100% here. So the fact that Fulham have become so much better at taking penalties is a huge plus. We also saw Willian do this twice against Wolves. So for me, they really made the effort probably in preseason and going on to now to really work on taking penalties, not just Willian, but everyone. And it doesn't hurt that a certain player who is now in Saudi Arabia is not taking penalties. Hate to go there, but I'm going there. So this to me is huge news when Fulham get to a chance now. Let's say it ever happens again. I have more confidence that Fulham can take penalties. So this is a huge development. So I just want to mention that, and I'm glad that the players really have taken this and run with it because they look very confident taking penalties, including Bobby Decordova-Reid, who missed, but like I said, it's going to happen. But this is huge news. That's why that's my number 5. Now let's go to number 4. And it is an old topic that I've gone back to, and it involves Anthony Robinson. Number 4 is this. The good and the bad of Anthony Robinson was on display. Let's just say much more good than bad. But we saw both sides of Anthony Robinson in this match. Thought he played very well. It's obvious that he's really worked on his crossing. So congratulations to him. He does track back. He is getting better in his defensive duties. And I thought there is a lot more good in here. But I do have to mention what happened in the lead up to the goal from Everton. And he was involved there. He wasn't able to clear the ball. There were a couple of opportunities there. And Anthony Robinson is getting better at his game. He's working on his game. But if I'm being fair, I also have to point out a bad moment. We've seen these, and hopefully these bad moments are less and less as we go on, because I think Jedi, and I want to give him a lot of credit, has really worked on his game. So congratulations to him. I think by me mentioning the bad and the fact that we're not talking much bad, it just shows the growth of him. So I think this good and bad situation with him is more of a compliment because I see how much he's been improving. Every player is going to have a bad moment. Bernd Leno is going to have a bad moment. All defenders are going to have a bad moment. But the fact that I'm just putting that out there and I can talk about all the good that he did in this match, which was a lot of good, an incredible amount of good, just shows how far he's come. So for me, this comparison is more to do with the growth of Anthony Robinson. That's why that's my number 4. Number 3, we're going to talk about the man of the match, and it's Tosin Adarabioyo. And let's hope Tosin signs a new deal with Fulham Football Club soon. There's been rumblings of it, but nothing's been done. Let's hope he does. Number 3, Tosin was immense in this match, and I think he was. Against a team like Everton who crosses a ton of balls into the box, Tosin was stellar. Bassi, along with him, they're making a great combo with that center back pairing. So for me, Tosin stands out, though. I know that he actually scores on the final penalty to win the match, but it goes way beyond that. He deserves man of the match. He deserves a new contract. I hope he stays at Fulham Football Club long term because I can actually see the growth in Tosin. I think he is now reaching the peak of his career. I think he's entering it. So I hope when we're looking at his career, and I hope he stays at Fulham Football Club so we get his peak years. So for me, Tosin was immense in this match. He made a difference, really neutralizing everything that Everton wanted to do with his ability in the air, but also all of his defensive duties. And he scores the winning penalty. So congratulations to Tosin. He deserves to be man of the match, and I don't even think it's close. And I like to see players improve, like I mentioned with Anthony Robinson. There's been this roller coaster ride with the future of Tosin, but he has been a true professional since he's returned, and I think really improved on his game. And that's what you want to see. You want to see players improve, and we can give the player a lot of credit, which they deserve, but I also have to mention the coaching staff, Marco, because they have to have a part in their development too. So many players improve under the tutelage of Marco, Boa, the entire coaching staff. This is not an accident, okay? That all these players are getting better in their career. Tosin's one of them. He was man of the match. Without Tosin, Fulham do not move on in the Carabao Cup. So congratulations for Tosin for winning the man of the match from Fulham Football Club, but also with me. You're definitely man of the match, and I don't think it's even close. Let's go to number 2. And this is a good one because this is one that we can really look forward to. Fulham show resilience after Everton scored, which included while taking penalties. So this has been a common thing with Fulham. Whenever they've gotten down recently, many clubs will just drop their heads and things will go bad from that point on. Not this Fulham side. I saw it against Liverpool where they went down and they just dug in. It happens again here against Everton. Everton scored in the 82nd minute. And at that point, you're thinking, well, Fulham can just sit back and take it to penalties. But that was not the mentality of these players. They were looking for the winning goal. And that's a credit to them. My only question is, why did they wait until after Everton scored to try to get that second goal? Maybe this was down to tactics by Marco. Could be. But it also shows the resilience that after you give up that goal in the 82nd minute, you don't give up. You continue to show confidence. You try to get the winning goal. They did that in the end of the match and in the stoppage time. When you get the penalties, it's all about confidence. Every player that took a penalty looked confident. Now, what's interesting here, after Bobby Decordova-Reid missed his penalty, you're thinking the match is over, but Bernd Leno makes a save. You could say it's a terrible penalty from Everton, probably was. But to have the mentality to, after that, score like you saw with Kenny Tete, and then Jedi scores and basically looks like he didn't want to be bothered, or I don't know what was going through his brain, but he looked extremely confident in his penalty, which is fantastic. Everyone looked confident. It's the resilience that tells me that Fulham are headed in the right direction. We should feel very confident for the rest of the season with some additions in recruitment. Fulham could really push for Europe. I'm going to say it right now. That's what's great about what we're seeing from this team is this type of mentality. They're playing together as a team. They don't drop their heads. They show utter confidence. And you need that, especially you are on the road. You are in an environment that, again, is crazy at Goodison Park, and you block it all out, and you try to get the winner. You don't get the winner, okay, and then you are calm, cool, and collective in taking penalties. Fantastic. Resilience. That, to me, is what stood out in this match from Fulham Football Club. Fantastic, and it's something that they can take for the rest of the season. Coming up next, I'm going to give you my number 1 takeaway from Fulham's victory in the Carabao Cup against Everton. Okay, let's go to my number 1 takeaway. And this is very simple. Fulham have a good chance to get to Wembley and win the Carabao Cup. Now, it's going to be a 2-legged semifinal. When I'm recording this, we don't know who is going to be the opponent. It could be Chelsea. It could be Middlesbrough. It could be the winner of the West Ham match against Liverpool. We shall see. I don't care who it is. Fulham have a very good chance to get to Wembley and also win the Carabao Cup. This is a great opportunity for Fulham Football Club. They're playing with a lot of confidence. I would not bet against them getting to Wembley and then winning it. And I know that sounds foreign coming from a Fulham supporter like myself. I am more confident, but the history, and again, doesn't bode well, but forget history. Put history aside. This is a different Fulham team, a different mentality under Marco Silva and Bowen, the coaching staff. I'm telling you, they can win this cup. They're in it. I know it's one step before that. You should only look at the step ahead. But I can dream, can't I? I'm just telling you, if they win the two-legged semifinal and get to the final, I wouldn't bet against them winning the whole thing, which would be incredible. And I also want to mention that with January coming on, there are going to be some changes. We have the African Cup of Nations. So there are definitely going to be some challenges. I also saw the Instagram post from João Paulinho, and people are already weighing in that this shows someone that's going to stay. We shall see. I don't know. But hopefully Paulinho stays. And maybe this gets into his head. I want to be part of this. I want to be part of Fulham's journey here in the Carabao Cup. So hopefully he stays. Hopefully Tosin signs a new deal. Maybe this success just breeds more good things to come for Fulham Football Club. Not just players staying, but potentially players coming who want to be part of this. So Marco Silva is really building something special. And it's different from last season. The mentality is the same. No Mitro, no problem. Yes, I said that. And it comes down to the players, the coaching staff, everyone at Fulham Football Club should be proud of this. So they definitely have a chance to win the Carabao Cup. I'm saying it right now. I think it's okay to dream. I think it's fair to dream at this point, because when I look at the teams left, I think Fulham can beat every single one of them, and that includes Liverpool. I like their chances against Liverpool. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do. After that last match against Liverpool, why not? Huge pitch, wherever they go, except at Craven Cottage, say they play a two-legged affair at Anfield, feel good about that. If they get to Wembley, big pitch, I like Fulham's chances there. So for me, I like Fulham's chances, not just getting to the final, but winning it, which would be incredible for Fulham Football Club. What an accomplishment that would be. Right now, we see Fulham doing something that is incredible. They could take it to the next level. We should all feel great about Fulham Football Club right now. I know I do. There's no reason to feel bad. Now, I know that there might be some supporters that are concerned about our form in the Premier League. I wouldn't worry too much about it. The focus will be on the Burnley match, and I believe they will be fully focused on it. But they can do this right now. They're going to be playing in the FA Cup. They're going to be playing in a semifinal two-legged affair in the Carabao Cup and the Premier League. This club, they can do it all. I truly believe it right now. Let's bring on some additions in January and take it to the next level. I feel confident in Fulham Football Club. I thought last week was a blip. I think I'm being confirmed on that with this victory against Everton. So for me, let's be happy Fulham Football Club are where they are and that they beat Everton last night. And that's going to do it for this episode. As always, please do subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. It does help other Fulham supporters find us. That's going to do it for this episode. My name is Russ Goldman. Thank you as always for watching and listening to Cottage Talk, part of the talkSPORT Fan Network.